Welcome to Unwomanly with me, Jen Danzak, the podcast where you can feel as free as you want, free to be vulgar and swear, free to let out all burps, farts, whatever, free of judgment, of course, where you can be as unwomanly as you want. I am here in my apartment in West Hollywood, California, with my girl Crystal, or Caves with a Z on all music platforms. Thanks for being here, baby, for the second time. Redo.
Yeah.
Because, I'm still learning all this. First one was not a good go, but she's amazing and came back. Hell yeah. I love this girl. We love music. We go to studio sessions together. She's really been a catalyst in realizing my potential and championing me along, when it comes to songwriting and so much fun stuff like that. I love you, girl. But we also love the paranormal. And so we were like, dude, let's go visit some cemeteries, let's go ghost hunt. Let's do some fun stuff. So we actually went to Westwood Cemetery and visited Marilyn Monroe and Farrah Fawcett. Natalie Wood is there too. I think Tom Petty's there too, but we didn't get to see his grave.
Dean Martin.
Martin.
And then we heard that music. Remember? Coming from around his grave area.
We did hear that. Oh, and you are super into vibes. So you were catching on. And we went at night too.
Yeah.
So of course that's going to make a huge difference,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, that was so much fun.
It was a good time.
Hell yeah. And then we also went to the Forest Lawn cemeteries. So we got to see Brittany Murphy and Paul Walker and oh my God. We saw Star Wars. We saw Carrie Fisher, right?
Yeah.
That was with
and
you,
her
yeah.
mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
And her mom.
And yeah, Carrie Fisher, Debbie Reynolds. That's right. Yeah. Oh my God, I totally forgot about them too. That was so much fun.
That was a big one. Their grave was really nice.
Oh, that was beautiful, dude. Oh yeah, well done. Yeah. But Crystal and I, we come from totally different religious backgrounds, yet have a lot of the same beliefs. And I was I love that I can learn from you, But what a lot of people don't know, about the paranormal is that it's such a broad spectrum of things, not just ghostly occurrences or even demonology. Really, it covers topics like UFOs and aliens and clairvoyance and fortune telling. Magic even, and psychics, telepathy too, and of course astrology, which is huge in LA. Yeah. And you're really into too and really good at reading that. And
yeah.
I'm help me, what does this mean? I'm a Scorpio rising, am I screwed for life?
Oh man, such a bad rep.
I didn't even think about astrology being a part of the paranormal. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But it's true. But I really wanted us to discuss our beliefs when it comes to the paranormal, and of course our ghostly experiences, which is my favorite out of all the topics under this huge umbrella. So much fun to discuss because everyone's got something to talk about when it comes to that. But I feel a lot of people are skeptics unless they have something happen to them. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Even when it does happen to them, sometimes they try to talk themselves out of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're there's got to be a scientific explanation for this.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that, but if it's something completely crazy, I'm gonna obviously be okay, what was that?
Yeah, it's not you're gonna see an actual person walking, or ghost, whatever, walking, and you're gonna be oh no, there's no way scientific, there's a scientific reason for this.
If you see an apparition and you're fully awake, you know what I mean, something's going down.
Yeah, exactly.
But I want to talk about something first that's foreign territory to me, but is rooted in you, which I love this about you. It is witchcraft. Your interest in the paranormal started really young because your great grandma was a witch, right?
Yeah.
That's so different from you and I both were Catholic growing up, right?
Yeah.
But then you're wait a minute, there's other stuff out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tell me all about being a witch. Not many people can say they are. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty, but at least around me,
Yeah.
I'm so curious about all of that.
Well, I feel a lot of people don't like to say they're witches because even though they are, just because it has such a long negative history attached with it. So, and throughout history, people make it bad. So I mean, my great grandma was a witch. Nobody really admitted to that until after she passed.
Oh,
even
really?
though I already knew. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's so interesting.
Yeah, I was like 12 years old when she passed, but then like, you know, after she passed, everyone was like, yeah, did you know great grandma was a witch? And I was like, yeah, duh, where have you been? You
Right.
know, so
How did you know? Like, what did she tell you at all, or did she just kind of like give you like some like little tidbits here and there, like you would witness her do like her practices?
she was like a healer first and foremost, which is also tied to witchcraft, like using like natural healing methods. So she also was a midwife, and in Mexico, midwife and witches kind of go hand in hand.
Really?
Yeah. So, and healers, they're like all in the same like little boat.
Really?
So yeah, so she brought all of that with her when she came to the States, and she would just do like little things here and there, and to me it was so normal, you know, like I didn't really think of it as like, you know, this is witch stuff. Like it was just so normal. And then when I started getting more into like, you know, reading and like actually studying witchcraft, I was like, oh shit, like this is something I've been doing, and I didn't even know that I was, you know, creating spells without, you know, it was just like a natural thing to me. So like my great grandma would always make like these little like salves and like potions and all that stuff, like to like if you're sick for something, like she knew exactly what kind of plant you needed in your system. Like she was just
so cool.
Yeah, she was so good at that stuff. And like everybody in my family is a little bit different with that. So my great grandma, she was like a healer, midwife, stuff like that. My grandma, she has a great green thumb. Like she can literally make anything that's dying grow back.
Wow.
Yeah. So she has like this garden. It's so beautiful. Like she can make anything come to life. And my mom, she's which, you know, the green thumb thing or whatever, that's like garden witchery. So there's like different types of witches too.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
There's like different types of witches?
Yeah.
There's not just good and bad, black magic or whatever, white magic, you know, like that kind of
There's
stuff.
so many different ones.
God.
Yeah. Just like there's different like branches and like, because, okay, witchcraft is of pagan origin.
Okay.
So just like there's different branches of like Christianity, like Catholicism and like, you know, agnostic, whatever, all, I really don't know all of them.
Yeah.
But just like there's different ones, there's different branches of paganism and witchcraft falls under it. And witchcraft and Wiccans are different, but Wiccans can also practice witchcraft, if that makes sense. But you can be a practicing witch and not be a Wiccan, because Wiccan is the actual religion.
Okay.
And a lot of witches don't really stick to a religion. I feel like they're kind of known for that, just because religion is, you know, witchcraft's like, witches are like all about feminism and being free and wild and plants and nature and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like they don't like to be, a lot of them don't like to be tied down to like a set of rules, because that's another thing. Like if there are rules in witchcraft, it's more like guidelines. It's not really like you have to follow exactly this way. You can at first when you're first learning, or if you want to learn about it, but in all reality, if you like switch something up or, you know, tweak it a little bit and it works for you, then that's your thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's not like a set of rules that you have to follow to be a witch or whatever.
And is there like a set like book that you go off, kind of like a Bible for, you know, Christians or anything? Is there anything like that?
I do actually have a Wiccan book called Wikipedia, and it's kind of like, and it's kind of like, one of my friends got it for me. Like I said, I'm not Wiccan, but I do read into all religions, honestly, like even Christianity. So like I read into everything, because there's a little bit of something that I agree with in everything.
There's something for everyone.
There is, yeah. So I don't totally disagree with like other religions. It's just certain people could be a little extreme, and you know, that's what kind of turns me off about certain religions.
Right.
But with witchcraft, what I really like about that is that you can pretty much choose whatever feels right to you is right, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you're a serial killer, please don't. If you're going into like hurting living things, then that's when I'm like, I draw the line. I'm like, no, that's not for me.
Yeah. And are there like a bunch of like misconceptions when it comes to like witchcraft? Like,
oh yeah.
Oh my God, tell me what people like say to you.
So at first I was very scared about saying that I'm a witch, so I wouldn't really say it unless I got to know somebody a little better. But, you know, after a while I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, I'm not getting any younger, and I am who I am.
Right.
So like, I remember one time at one of my old jobs, like I had said that, oh yeah, I'm a witch. And this guy was like, oh, so can you like throw fire out of your hands or something? And I was like,
Oh my God.
I was like, what?
Where do you even come up with that?
Can anybody do that?
Is that in like Harry Potter or some shit? Like, where do you even get that? I've never even seen Harry Potter. I don't even know.
Really?
Like, yeah.
I just started like watching it, and that's another thing. So like I started watching it. I think I've only, how many movies are there? Like 7 or something?
My God, who
I don't
knows?
know. But I've only seen up to like the 3rd one, I think. And that's another thing I've gotten my whole life. And this is recently that I started watching them. People were always like, oh, like something about Harry Potter, and I'm like, sorry, I've never seen it. And they're like, you haven't seen it? Like, you're a witch though. And I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna watch every fucking like Hollywood thing about witches,
Right.
You know?
Right. I don't know. It's like things like that. I'm just like, the Hunger Games and like Lord of the Rings. Like there's so many like franchises I just can't get into.
Yeah.
Like,
Lord of the Rings I tried and I fell asleep. It was just way
did
too
you?
long. Yeah, it was way too long for me.
I fell
Maybe
asleep
one
during
day.
like Wonder Woman. That's the latest
No
one I fell
way.
asleep during. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Screw it.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I always get like, because Hollywood like shows this image of a witch with a fucking long ass nose and a wart and a big chin, and like she's green or whatever the fuck.
The
like,
black hat.
The black
yeah.
pointy hat. And I mean, the black pointy hat does come from, like, it's like a historical thing, because like back in, I mean, for like Salem, for example.
Oh.
They did wear hats that were kind of like that, and it had, like the little ones that had the little belt or whatever, but that was like a normal thing.
Oh.
Like the little buckle, I mean. But that's like that was a normal thing for anybody, not just witches.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that they did get correctly, but it got turned into something else more for like
Right.
entertainment purposes. Like there's this thing that I read too that, the image of the witch, like, stirring the cauldron, and it's called the witch's brew.
Yeah.
So the reason why it's called witch's brew is because they used to like make beer. They used to like actually make beer. Yeah. So it was called witch's brew, like an actual like ale.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but people didn't really know that.
Oh.
And
they're just trying to get drunk.
oh yeah, hell yeah.
Witches are like, oh hell yeah, I'm making my
Yeah.
own damn beer.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not it wasn't very ladylike or whatever, but witches didn't give a fuck. They did their own thing. Like that's what they were known for, and that's why they were attacked, because
I love that. They're unwomanly.
exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they were attacked for so many things and called witches and all this stuff, when all they were trying to do is like, like heal, like either create potions, and they were like, oh my God, it's black magic, blah, blah, whatever. They're witches. So like they, for everything, it was just like women in power, women who were independent, who were attacked.
Wow.
So that was mostly what it was. And it wasn't just here in the US. It was like, it started off in like in Europe and all that. And it kind of got brought this way as well.
Okay.
But, yeah, like there's, oh my God, it's just people ask some dumbass questions, but like,
Right.
like when it comes to witchcraft, it's like, dude, really? It's like, somebody asked me one time, they're like, witches are real? I was like, yeah, I'm right here.
Oh my God, these
So
people.
I was like, yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, I had a roommate who I believe was pagan. I think she was Wiccan, maybe even.
Okay.
Can you be one or the other, or can you be both?
I mean, Wicca falls under the category of pagan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I
'cause-
think she was Wiccan then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was just like her specific like
Yeah, got
title.
it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she was an actual witch.
Yeah, because you can be Wiccan and not be a witch.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was like the first one I met, and then met you, and then but you're like legit. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh. So I don't know. Maybe she is. I don't know. Maybe she wasn't. But
Yeah. I mean, maybe she just didn't practice. Maybe she just like went by the beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
so
makes sense.
It's just funny to like think back of all the things that people like would ask me, or like I've had people like ask me to do like love spells for them and like stuff like that, and I honestly don't really like doing that because I don't like to do shit to people against their will. I don't believe in that.
Oh, yeah.
So I, just my heart wasn't in it, so I feel like that's why it didn't work for them. Because,
Okay.
like if I do
Yeah.
protection spells and stuff like that for people, like with good intention, it's all about intention when it comes to witchcraft. It's all about intention. So like if you're, you know, creating a spell for someone, but in reality you don't want to do that, like it's not going to happen.
That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
You have to like manifest it. It's all vibes. It's all manifestation. And it's crazy to me because a lot of people believe in manifestation, you know, but then they're just like, they look at you crazy when you're like, oh yeah, that's like what witchcraft pretty much is. It's like a prayer, you know, but I don't pray to God.
Right.
You know, so it's pretty much like you find the power within yourself, and the universe is helping you as well.
Yeah.
And like I use like the 4 elements when I do my spells. Like I use sigils. I find that sigils really help me, which are like these little squiggly looking lines, but there's always something different for everything. Like there could be a little fucking squiggly line that looks different and it's for healing.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'll like draw them all over me depending on what it is that I'm looking for.
Okay.
So I use fire a lot. So like candle magic, stuff like that. There's just like so many different categories like of witchcraft. And I don't use blood magic just because I feel like blood magic can go very wrong. Ooh. And it could be used for a lot of bad things as well.
Right.
Unless it's my own blood, then that's different. But like I don't another thing that people always ask me are like, oh, so do you like kill goats and like, you know, fucking use their blood and all that? I'm like, first of all, I'm vegan. So no, I'm not going to fucking kill a goat.
First of all.
Yeah, like I'm not going to fucking kill a goat for their blood. Thanks.
There's an issue here.
Yeah, like that would be a problem. Another thing too is like, do you dance naked in the woods? And it's like, no, but it would be fun.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going in the woods naked. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but
I mean, shut. Like under the full moon.
Oh my God.
I do a lot of full moon spells and like rituals and stuff like that. I find like that a lot of my spells are I don't like, they just work better.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you feel like since you've practiced witchcraft, do you feel like it's like opened you up to like more like paranormal things happening to you, or like any ghosts following you or anything like that?
I feel like, yeah, you can, if you're not doing it correctly, which obviously when I was first learning, it was happening like that. But I feel like it just opened me up to like knowing what was happening to me rather than like inviting things in.
Right.
Just because shit has been happening to me my whole life. I just didn't know what to make of it, you know, because I was young. But I mean, I've had some crazy experiences with like paranormal, like with like spirits and stuff like that. So
hell yeah, girl. I mean, it's probably like not all like something to celebrate, but you know, it's just like not everyone can say they have, but at the same time, like when it's fucking terrifying, you're like, why does this have to be happening to me? You know?
Exactly. Like in the moment, you really don't know what to make of it.
Right.
But you're so much stronger than you think. And like, it's just, these things like feed off your fear. So the moment that your fear goes away, they do too. True. Or if you tell them to go away, they will go away. Like you're the living one.
Right.
Know? So
that is true.
Yeah. With all due respect.
Right.
To the dead. But, you know, they're in your space, or they're invading your space. So you can tell them to go. And a lot of people would be surprised that just by doing that, they'll leave. Right. So, it's just, you know, it just depends on the person and how they grew up too, because I feel like sometimes they grow up to fear these things, like to fear the unknown instead of like, I mean, you don't have to like look into it or anything, but like if it's happening to you, it would be good to study it so that you know what's happening to you. You know?
Like learn like, you know, the dimensions and like what's going on, like how to live with it really.
Yeah.
You know?
Or how to make it go away. Because a lot of the times you can make it go away.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. My interest definitely started pretty young as well. Like, I mean, I've had things happen to me pretty much my whole life too, but like my dad would like buy like the Haunted Ohio books because it would be like a little series, and he like knew I loved that kind of stuff. And he would talk about his experiences at his workplace because he worked at like a hospital in Cleveland and would have some things happen when he was working like third shift, and he would tell me about them, and I'm like, ooh, that's cool. Yeah. You know? And then like we would like visit like haunted libraries like around like Northeast Ohio. That was fun. Like I'd be like holding the scissors of a girl that allegedly died or whatever, you know? And I'm just like, whatever. He would kind of amp it up for me to like be like, this is cool, you know? Yeah. Like we would visit this place called Franklin Castle in Cleveland. I think Ghost Adventures just did an episode where they investigated there. But he would like take me and like we would park outside and be like, look at that, you know? Like even my mom too, like she was into like psychic readings and like tarot readings and stuff. Like we got one of those together. She even saw like my dog like that passed away. Like she saw like the tail like around the bed and like heard her like collar and stuff. Like she told me that story. So yeah, like I mean I've been around the paranormal too, like for pretty much my whole life too. I mean like nothing crazy really happened until I was older though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's really cool though, because you grew up to not fear it, but to be like, ooh, this is really cool, you know?
Right. Like we kind of almost bonded over it. Like my mom and I, like we would go on all these investigations together and it would be like a fun hobby, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just, I seek it out. I don't know why. I still do to this day. Like I seek it out and want to experience it, but I don't want it coming home with me.
Oh yeah,
you know?
no, for sure. That's a good thing to like. I don't know if you have sage or like Palo Santo or whatever, but it's always a good thing to have that around just so you can cleanse yourself and your space, so that you don't bring anything with you.
True.
Because there's things that do like to get attached, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's so true.
it is.
It's scary. Like I went to Germany. Excuse me, that was a fucking good one, man. This wine, this rosé, girl.
Yes.
I can't help it. But yeah, like I went to Germany and I was already reading a ghost hunting book because I have like all these books and I was like, why not just like reread some of these? And so I was rereading Grant Wilson from Ghost Hunters. He was one of the original ghost hunters. I was reading his book like on the train and stuff while I was in Germany, and my buddy and I were like, let's go to a concentration camp, because I was like, we have to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to see this. So we went to Sachsenhausen, which 10,000 people died there. And
so crazy.
I know, right? And like we were inside one of the bunkers that was like burned down at one point, or at least part of it. And I was trying to like take pictures and my camera was malfunctioning. It would not let me take pictures in that. But the second I stepped outside of it, it was working perfectly fine. And I'm like, This is interesting. But what's crazy is just 2 days after coming back from Germany, I was sitting on my bed and my dog was next to me and I'm watching Family Guy. You know how I am with Family Guy. Crystal and I both love fucking Family Guy. I'm sitting on my bed and I'm just like watching Family Guy, and Libby starts growling towards the door. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And so I look over at her to see what she's growling at. And I see that she's looking towards the door. And I look over and I see like these like 3 beams of white light, and they're just moving so slow and then gone. Like I feel like once they saw I saw, then they disappeared. And it was like the craziest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. Because out of all my investigations, I've really only either heard stuff or just kind of like felt creepy, you know, and other people around me had stuff happen. But I never actually saw something with my own eyes. Yeah. Like that was very distinct. Like this was not normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. 3 beams of light coming from nowhere and then just disappearing.
Dude.
Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I freaked out. I freaked out. Like the one that's Wiccan, she was like, oh yeah, girl, I've had some weird stuff happen here. And she's like, I just didn't want to tell you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, girl, tell me this
like,
shit.
you're supposed to tell me.
Right. And then like my other roommate, he was all like, I don't believe you. Like, he was like, you're a spiritual person, you know, you probably opened yourself up to stuff like that. And I'm like,
that's what everybody says. Yeah. And it's just like, bro, like even when you're not spiritual, like shit happens to you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so that's no excuse. Unless you're actually there trying to conjure something. Right. Then, you know, it's not always invited.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, I was like, maybe this was something that I brought back with me. But then again, damn, they went a hell of a long way, man. They you know, if they were to actually attach themselves to me, they went on 2 flights with me, you know? But because, like, I was reading a ghost hunting book and I went to somewhere that was, you know, very, you know, fucking depressing and should have never existed. And so I'm just like, damn, maybe I actually did bring something with me. But like that was by far the creepiest thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah. By far. And I freaked out and like was literally like, I didn't want to be in this apartment like alone. I was like, is this something's going to happen again? But immediately after that, I was like, I prayed and I was like, I don't ever want to see that ever again. You scared me. You scared my dog, you know? And girl, you're totally right. I told it to go away, and I have yet to see anything. Knock on wood.
I know.
Knock on fucking wood.
Yeah.
I have yet to see anything again. And
Yeah.
so I'm just like, fuck, what the fuck was that? You know?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like 3 beams of light like that?
I've never seen beams of light like that, I don't think.
And
Not
they
that
were
I can
white.
remember.
I looked it
Yeah.
up, and I was like, okay, that's at least a good one rather than like black ones or something. You know, at
Or
least they
like-
were white. I don't know.
I mean, that doesn't always mean
You're right.
anything.
You're
but,
totally
like,
right.
I mean, but 3 beams of light, that's like, who knows what that could have been.
Right.
You know, it could have been anything. It could have been something that you brought back with you, you know.
Damn, Germany is just not anything to fuck with.
Nah.
Really, I mean, I would go back in a heartbeat, though.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I would definitely want to go see other things because I went to Munich and like Berlin and it was great, but like, I want to go see castles and shit, you know?
Yes, you went to fucking Romania. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, tell me about the damn Dracula's castle. I'm obsessed.
Yeah. So I always plan a trip around my birthday because it's in October. It's like 2 days before Halloween. So I always plan something like weird or creepy or something.
That
I don't
is
know.
so perfect for you to
Yeah.
have your birthday then.
I know.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. And so like, you know, usually I go to Salem, Massachusetts.
Hell
I
yeah.
had been doing that for like the past 5 years. And I love it there. I love it so much. But I was just like, you know what? Like for my 26th, I was just like, I'm going to do something different. I've always wanted to go to fucking Romania. I was like, I'm just going to do it. Fuck it. Whoever wants to come can come. If they don't want to come, then I'm going by myself, you
Right.
know? We ended up going and we were in Bucharest. So I was like, I guess like one of the bigger cities, more modern and stuff. We didn't realize how much of a fucking like hassle it was going to be.
Just to get to this damn castle.
Yes.
The hassle to get to the castle.
Exactly.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
just like,
I'll be
oh
here all
God.
night, bitches.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
She will though.
Right?
She will.
I really will. Because it's still quarantined. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
whatever.
we're like half quarantined.
We're
now.
half quarantined. You're right.
Yeah.
We're at work, but like we shouldn't be.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So, yeah, it took like maybe 4 hours to get from Bucharest to Brasov, which is the closest like city to Transylvania is like the county, I guess, kind of.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it took like 4 hours to get to Brasov. And that in itself, they have like a little like sign, like the Hollywood sign, but it says Brasov up in the mountains, and it's
I
so
think you showed
fucking
me
cute.
that.
Yes, it's
So
so cute. It was
cute.
so cute because it's like it's just the forest it's different, you know?
Yeah.
Like everything just had a more eerie feel. It was on Halloween day that we went.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, so it was just so cool, and like it was just a whole different vibe. But from Brasov, it took another hour to get to the castle. So, because it's like in the middle of nowhere and it's like surrounded by little villages. So we really had to go out there. But it was, you know what, it was super cool. Like Dracula didn't actually live there, but it was the closest one. It's the closest castle, or it's the one that most resembles the castle in Bram Stoker's Dracula book.
Okay.
So that's why they use that one. But you know, it was small. It was pretty
Really?
small. It was all like, it was like a cream colored. It's not like dark and like eerie or anything like that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
You'd
so-
expect it to be like black or like.
Yeah, which would be fucking cool, but
Yeah.
it was not. But yeah, I mean, it was super cool. I was like, you know, educating my friends that went with me about like Dracula and who he really was and all that stuff. And, you know, they had never really looked into it until, you know, I dragged them along. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. It was a good time, and I would definitely go back, but I would want to see like the ruins of his actual castle, but that's like a mission because it's like up in the Carpathian Mountains or some shit like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like a mission to get up there. But it would be super cool.
Yeah. Is there anywhere in Europe that you like want to go to like explore? Like I want to see some like castles in like Ireland or see what
Oh,
goes down
yeah.
there, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot. They actually have like castles in Ireland that you can go and stay at that are haunted. And you can stay overnight or the weekend or whatever.
That's what I'm talking
Yes.
about.
That's what I'm trying to
Hell
honeymoon
yes.
there.
Oh
I'm
my
just
God,
kidding.
right? Oh my God, yes.
That would be so cool. Like I've been to Ireland, but I only went to Dublin, and then we took a bus all the way from Dublin to like pretty much across the island to Galway, where the Cliffs of
Okay.
Moher are.
Okay.
So that was really cool too. But I don't know, Ireland was just, that was always my dream place, and made it happen. So
Hell
it was
yes.
amazing. But yeah, that would be cool. Ireland would be super cool to go explore, just because it's super old like that. And like anything like in the Middle East too, that would be sick.
Really?
You know? Yeah. And like, oh my God, Cambodia and their like temples and shit. Like imagine how haunted those are.
Oh my God.
That would be crazy.
I knew that when I was in Germany, I did not want to actually bring an EMF detector or anything, or like anything disrespectful to like the concentration camp. Cause I was like, you know, I just wanted to see if something would happen, you know, just naturally. And
And it
kind of
did.
did.
Yeah.
Kind of did. That was, and we were literally like the only two people there, and we were walking
Yeah.
around like at night pretty much, you know.
Is this one of the lesser known concentration camps?
Yeah, because there's
okay.
like Auschwitz, and you know that's in Poland, and there's a couple in Germany, I believe. But yeah, this one was like maybe about 2 hours north of Berlin or so. And we took a train up there. Yeah, and I mean it's free. You just walk right in, and I you know, you and I both, we love history, so it's just like I love that shit. Like I want to be able to learn about everything that's gone down. But as sad as that is, you know, it sucks that like when you are exploring and when you're investigating, you're dealing with a lot of sadness, you know.
Yeah.
But it's also the purpose of like trying to help or trying to understand more, you know.
Yeah.
But what do you think was like your earliest memory of, okay, I can see stuff, or I can, you know what I mean?
Feel
or
them,
yeah. Do you remember that pinpoint moment?
I think the one that I will never forget, just because I can still feel it and I still know how it feels because it was just super intense to me, was I was maybe like in 7th grade or something, or 6th grade. And I was sleeping in the living room at my aunt's house because, you know, it was going to be Christmas and we had like family over, and my cousin and I slept in the living room so the adults can like have the bed, whatever. Everyone was asleep. I could not sleep for some reason. I don't know why. I just felt like this really heavy like eeriness, like someone was there, someone was watching me, and I kept tossing and turning. I was literally sweating, and I couldn't fall asleep. And so I got into like I lied down on my back, and I was just like lying straight down, which is supposedly like, if you're just lying straight down like that, that's like when people can like start lucid dreaming and like opening the portal pretty much to like whatever can come at you.
Right.
And I laid down on my back, and I got comfortable. So I was like, okay. So I lied there, and I felt like, because, you know, obviously the floor was behind me. It wasn't like anything else. So like I felt something, like I physically felt something go through my chest, and I could hear it in my ear, like the wind, like, you know how like when something goes really fast by, you can hear like that. Yeah, I felt that, and I heard it, and I felt something go through my chest and like down to the floor, like through the floor. And I was just like, after that, I turned on my side and I grabbed the blanket, and to this day I'm still very weird about, and it's my right ear, I'm very weird about leaving my right ear uncovered.
Really?
So like when I'm sleeping, even if it's hot as fuck, like I'll cover my ear with something. Wow. Because I'm just like traumatized, and it's just like something that I just, sometimes I'll forget and stuff, but like for like after like years after that, I would just cover my ear, and I still do it. Like I still catch myself doing it.
Oh my God.
Because like it was just the weirdest thing to me. Like I didn't see anything, but I knew something was there.
Yeah.
You know, because I couldn't even sleep, and when I got in the right position, it just went right through me, and I was just like, holy shit, my heart was beating so fast. I started sweating even more, and I don't even remember falling asleep. I was probably so fucking terrified, I just fell asleep.
It was like, oh, she's vulnerable now, I'm gonna make it myself really known.
And I was like, nope. And like it was just weird to me how like I just turned, like I didn't stay in that position. I was like, fuck that. So I turned, and I didn't really know that was a position of vulnerability, you know, but I just fucking turned into my cousin, and I like covered my ear, and I was like, nope.
Yeah. I mean, you seem to have those position of vulnerability moments with a lot of different things. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tell me about Brooklyn, bro.
Oh my God. Brooklyn was it was fucking intense. I had just done like a spell for something that day, like a cleansing protection spell. Maybe not protection, more like cleansing. I think it was like, I don't know. It might have been like a witch's holiday. That's probably why I was doing it. Like maybe Beltane or something. I don't know. So like I had saged like my room. Like you're supposed to sage like every corner or whatever. Or any entryway, like windows, TVs, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was saging it, but I didn't sage the entire apartment. I just saged the room that I was staying in. So that night I was lying down on my back.
As always.
As always. I was lying down on my back, and my ex was next to me and his back was towards me, which is funny because we would always like sleep like attached to each other. So like it was just like the timing, you know, like
of course
it had to happen, I guess. But I was lying down on my back, and my hand, my right hand was like up close to my head, and my face was turned towards my right hand, and my other arm was like low, like it was down like normal. And I could feel like someone climbing up, like I can feel their feet coming up like one by one. One was like in between my legs, like in between my feet, because it was at the edge of the bed. I can feel one in between, and I can like feel like the imprint on the mattress, and then the other one like as if they were like climbing up.
So crazy.
And in my head for that like split second, I was like, oh, it's, you know, probably my ex, like he's like coming onto the bed. And then I was just like, wait, he's right next to me.
Right.
So like I opened my eyes and I turned my head up. Like I was still in the same position on my back like that, my hands and everything in the same place. But I just opened my eyes and like super wide because I was like, holy shit, you know, because it's like, it's not him. So I like turned my head and I can see like a male figure, like shadowy figure coming towards me.
Oh, hell no.
And I can see his hand, like the funny thing about his hand is like it wasn't fully formed, like from his forearm, like the rest of his body was fully formed, but his forearm wasn't. You can just see his hand.
So creepy. Oh
so
my fucking God.
Like if it was trying to fully manifest, like everything was fully manifested except for that part.
Yeah.
And he intertwined his fingers, like he laced his fingers into mine with my right hand that was up next to my head. And I can immediately feel like that hand just go down and like just be pushed into like my pillow. And I felt like this heaviness on me, you know? So he was on me and I was just like, fuck. Like I didn't know what to do. I was panicking.
Oh, hell no.
My heart started beating super fast and I couldn't move. And so like my left arm, it was down, but I was trying so hard with like everything that I had in me to move it towards my ex so I can wake him up.
Yeah.
And it moved slightly. I can feel it moving little by little, but it was so fucking hard, dude. Like if I had this giant weight on it and I just couldn't move it. And it was moving little by little, and then this thing lifted off of me, and I quickly, like, I got the chance because I felt that he lifted off of me, and I put my arm on my ex, and as soon as that happened, he went back down on me, and my hand went kind of back down. And I was just like pissed at that point.
Yeah.
Because
like, oh my God.
I was so pissed. And so like I faced it. Like I couldn't see him because he was on me, but like I faced it, and I keep saying it, but like it was a male entity. Mm-hmm. I faced him, and I was just pissed at that point because I was like, oh, he's getting off of me finally. You know, but then he decided to like fuck with me, and like he got back up and then, oh, never mind, let me come back down on you.
Yeah.
I was so pissed, dude.
Oh my God.
I was ready to fucking fight this thing. Like, get off of me and let's fight it. Like, fight me like a man, you know, because I was so fucking pissed. And like, I feel like because I wasn't scared anymore, like it felt that off of me. And I was just like, I literally told it to go. Like, I looked it in the face as much as I could because I couldn't see him. But
crazy.
I was just like, go away, get off me. And I told him like 5 times, and just,
oh my God, just
never
disappear
again.
into thin air.
Yeah.
Never again, huh?
Yeah. And it was just, I literally yelled at the top of my lungs, and my ex jumped off of the bed, and he was like freaking out. And it was so much energy that took out of me to like make this thing go away that I couldn't even talk to him about it. I was like, I'll tell you in the morning.
Yeah.
I can't do this. And the next day my left arm was sore as fuck from that, from how hard I was trying to push it.
Yeah.
And it was just insane. Like, that was just a reminder to me that it was not a dream, that my arm was fucking sore for the next few days.
Unbelievable.
So that's the craziest thing that's happened to me so far. That was totally uninvited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was, I don't know. It was just, I'm never going to forget it. There's certain things that I'm never going to fucking forget. And and it reminds me of like, okay, this is real.
Oh, yeah. I'd say one of the other things that I'll never forget is I was at Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, where Al Capone actually stayed. And I was investigating with ghost hunters like Jason Hawes and Grant Wilson. And I was with like my mom, and we were with probably like maybe 100 other people, because it was like, one of those events where you could pay and, get to meet them, take your photos, do presentations, whatever.
I've always wanted to do that.
Oh, it was cool. It was really cool. I mean, it was in like 2010. So it was like kind of like a graduation gift, for my mom. It was so fun. But yeah, we were investigating Eastern State, and it was like really late at night, obviously. And, it was like a group of maybe like 10 of us, and we were in death row. It was insane. We're all like sitting on the ground. We're doing like an EVP session. For those that don't know, it's an electronic voice phenomena, like, where you literally just sit there with like, a recorder that can usually pick up, sounds and voices that we can't really hear with our ears. And if we do hear them with our ears, that's called a disembodied voice. I love getting little tidbits, But yeah, so we're sitting there in front of death row. Like, I'm the closest one to the fence that, like, where they open up to it. So we're like the very first like cell, I guess you want to call it. The next one that's about to be executed. And we're doing an EVP session, and we're asking, is anyone here? If there is, give us a sign. And immediately, it was so crazy. We hear this like breath like come out of the cell at us. It was like a like so loud, dude, like that loud. And like when we're all sitting there so quiet, it's so fucking creepy. We all screamed, like all of us screamed. We were not professional whatsoever. But we're all just like, you guys heard that? We're all fucking heard it. And we got it on the recorder, too. It was like some little, like this chick from like Tennessee. Like, she's like, is anyone here? I can't even fucking do a Tennessee accent right now. And like, it was insane. Like, I'll never, ever forget that. But nothing else really happened at that location. It's like, whenever I go to a place, it's usually just like bringing, my EMF detector. I'm about to buy a voice box. Like, I really want one of those where it goes like through like the static and like all the little radio signals,
That's creepy as
so crazy fuck. Where you can actually hear their voices. That is dope. Like, I gotta get one of those. They're really cheap. So
okay,
I'm just like,
if you get one, like, please,
girl, let's
do something. I'm going with
absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. I usually bring EMF. I bring like a mag light, because a lot of people like to do experiments with like the mag light where it's just a flashlight, really, but like you'll either barely turn it on, barely turn it off, and like you'll like place it somewhere and just ask like questions. And I have numerous times gotten responses like on a whim, like people Jesus Rose, man, I'm sorry.
Rose.
I know. But no, like these entities or spirits will pretty much communicate immediately. Like, they'll turn on the light when I ask them to, or turn it off when I ask them to. I'll never forget when I was at Waverly Hills Sanitarium in Louisville.
That is so fucking cool, dude. That's like a well-known, like,
super well-known. Like, that's one of the most haunted places in America, allegedly. Yeah. But like, the main thing that we had happen there was actually led by me. It was so cool. It was like a group of probably about 20 of us, and we're in like a circle in one of the like wards where it was a bunch of tuberculosis patients, but like it was mostly where like the kids were. And so there were reports of like a little kid like playing with a ball and stuff,
Yeah.
And so of course
I watched those episodes.
Yes,
so I know what you're talking about.
Yes, girl. So like we had like the ball set up to see if anything would happen, but I did like the mag light, and it was crazy that I was the one that like pretty much was talking the whole time, like, because everyone else was kind of afraid to. I was like, hell yeah, I feel so powerful right now. You know? And so, like, I'm like asking all these questions, like, is there anyone here? You know, would you like to speak to us? And like, it was so insane to watch this thing just like dim, like, and like light up immediately, or use its energy to really prove that it's there and is talking to us and answering questions and wants to be known and heard. So I'll definitely never forget that. But I want to say, like, out of all my other investigations, it's been pretty tame. Like, I went to Ohio State Reformatory, the Mansfield prison. That one's very well known. That's where Shawshank Redemption was filmed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. We had like some like knocks and footsteps, and like the voice box would like answer some questions, and that was kind of crazy. My mom actually claimed that she saw like a black shadow between like me and her at one point. Like, I don't remember that. That's fucking nuts. But that was with the Ghost Adventures crew, Zach Bagans and Aaron Goodwin. Fucking love them. Yeah, that was fun. That was like 2011. And I also went to like Rolling Hills Asylum in Buffalo area, with the Ghost Hunters International crew. Like, they have like a morgue there and like a Christmas room and like really weird, creepy shit. But I just remember like nothing really happened there. And like, it was just so fucking cold, like freezing cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was
like
nuts.
Just in there, or like in
general. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Like I think I was so focused on how cold it was that like I just didn't even really pay attention if anything was happening around me.
Yeah.
You know?
Because that is a thing too. Like, when you're so focused on other things, like, you can't really pay attention to, like, you know, the things around you like that, because they're little things sometimes too that you need to pick up on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been to like Buffalo Central Terminal. That was fun. We did like the Maglite theme there, or that was with Steve and Dave from Ghost Hunters. I love going with these fucking people, man. It's so fun because they know what they're doing and like they have fun with it.
And they've seen a lot of shit. Like, that's why they started doing this,
right?
You know?
Oh yeah, we're all interested. We all want answers. You know, the fact that you can talk to someone that's not even there anymore, like not even living, like. It blows my mind, you know? Yeah. So fucking nuts. But yeah, but the like one of the other things that really happened was like in Ohio when I was with my like my high school friends. Like, we had like a makeshift like group, like ghost hunting group. We called ourselves the Abnormal Research Crew. Like,
oh my
like
God.
The ARC. Like, what?
The
like
ARC?
The ARC with a K. Like, why did we come up with that shit?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
It was during that time when everyone was coming up with their little crews and all that BS.
Right. We're just like, we're seniors in high school. We have nothing else better to do other than play fucking Frisbee in the, you know, Kmart parking lot, you know? Which we did.
Oh my God.
I know. So we're like,
hilarious.
Let's go ghost hunt. So we literally like went to one of our friends' like aunt's house, and like creepy shit went down. Like, I did the whole flashlight thing, and like it would fucking talk to us, and like we would hear weird sounds and shit, and like it's such a thrill. It's a fucking thrill to be able to experience stuff like that. Yeah. Like, it gets my adrenaline pumping, man. I don't know what it is about it.
It gets the people going.
Oh my God, I gotta play that. I gotta play the beginning of that right now.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
We're gonna skate to one song only.
Wait, it's in the middle. Yeah, it's totally in the middle of it. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, this before. Oh wait, whatever. wait. Was it that part? No, wait. It's coming up.
I think so.
Yeah. Here we go.
I don't even know what that means. No one knows what it means, but it's provocative. No, it's not. It gets the people going.
Oh my God. I love you, man. That shit was so good. Oh my God, I needed to do that. That was.
Oh my God. It's provocative.
It's provocative.
I fucking love Will Ferrell, dude. He's hilarious.
Oh, he's one of my goddamn favorites, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love to work with him.
Me too.
God. That
Him
made
and
my night.
Seth MacFarlane, please.
Seth
Please and
MacFarlane,
thank you.
Seth Rogen, all the
Yes.
Seths. Give me all the Seths. And throw a Will in there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Could you imagine ghost hunting with them?
Oh my god, it would be.
Throw Kevin Hart in there too.
Oh my god, it would just be.
Oh my god.
I don't even. I can just imagine it.
Nothing would happen, right?
Like I no, even if like the slightest thing happened, everyone would freak out.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know, but it would be hilarious.
Oh my god. At least it would be more entertainment, if anything.
Yeah. That would be great. Actually, someone do that. Somebody do this.
Right.
Somebody get their people together so we can get this going.
We gotta get some comedians. We gotta think of a name. Comedians.
like just ghost hunting comedians. Like that would be the most hilarious thing ever.
Fart. Oh, that was a good fart.
Oh, you can
Sorry,
hear
I had
that.
to.
I'm like, oh, you can hear that
Yeah,
one.
you definitely could hear it. Don't worry, this part's not going to. Whatever.
It has to. It's part of unwomanly. Hello.
That is such a good point.
What's the purpose if it's not unwomanly?
Well, now that we played N-word in Paris,
Yeah.
is there like anywhere haunted that you think you want to visit in LA? I mean, there's so much history in our backyard. Dude.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to go to like the Roosevelt Hotel and stay in Marilyn's room, but it's like $6,000 a night or something crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. I went there to do a photo shoot one time. and
Really?
it's-
Oh, how fun.
It's beautiful. It's just I don't know. I mean, I didn't really get any like vibes like that.
No?
Or like I didn't feel any energy like that.
Okay.
So maybe just because the room was different, like it wasn't one of those rooms. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be super cool. I know the Roosevelt, and then there's another one in downtown LA where this girl, I don't know.
Yes,
Yes,
girl.
I think you
I know
showed
exactly
it to me.
what you're talking about, baby.
And they found her body like in that water tank thing.
Fuck yeah, Elisa Lamb in like
Yeah.
2011 or some shit. Yeah, Hotel Cecil, baby.
That shit was just watching the
Crazy.
video is so eerie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if anything like, you know, if she had any like history of like mental
Right.
issues or anything like that, but like
Some shit
still.
went down. Like, how do you just like you literally disappear? You make it to the top of the hotel where it's like latched off.
Yeah.
Like there's, you know, like you can't get up there unless you work there. Like authorized access, it's locked. You know.
Yeah.
And then you climb into a water tank and then.
But you're naked.
But you're naked. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're naked. You climb into a water tank that's very tiny hole that's also latched. So it's like,
Yeah.
bro, there's so many unanswered questions in this.
yeah, like how the fuck did that even
Right.
why and how and why isn't there like why wasn't there any like cameras anywhere else?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
that's what
besides
trips
the
me out.
elevator. Yeah, that's such a good point.
Even the elevator creeped me out though, because she kept looking out and she was just
So
like,
creepy.
like if she saw something, and I'm just like,
Right.
is something gonna come into frame? Because
Right. I was thinking
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
And it's like the only reason why they found out that something was up is because like the hotel guests were like, the water tastes funny. Isn't that so
Yes.
disgusting?
Oh my god, because her body was decomposing already. Like,
Yes.
oh Jesus.
Oh my god, that's insane. But I guess one of the notorious serial killers actually stayed there for a while. I think his name was like Ramirez. I could be totally wrong on that.
But that was like in the 80s.
Hotel
80s,
Cecil
90s.
serial killer. I'm like totally Googling everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh my god, I was right. Wow. Richard Ramirez.
No way.
Yeah,
But-
nicknamed the Night Stalker.
Yeah, but he was before, like he was there, staying there before this girl.
Yeah, in the 1980s.
Maybe
yeah,
it's
you're
his
totally
ghost.
right.
Who knows?
Bro.
He was a creepy guy.
I totally want to stay there one night.
Yeah,
Like,
and he-
if you want to with me, I'm so down.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Just so you know, I'm gonna like bring a bunch of protection shit. Because
Oh, hell yeah, girl.
Fuck that. If the Night Stalker's in that, I don't want any part of that. He was like into Satanism and shit, which is another misconception with witchcraft.
Oh, that they're the same?
That
is that what
that
that is?
like that we worship Satan,
Oh, got it.
when Satan is a Christian thing, and Christianity didn't come about until like way later on, and this is paganism. Witchcraft falls under paganism. This is way older than Satan and Jesus and all that.
That's a great
So,
point.
Yeah, so like when you actually do your research and you actually study this stuff, and they say, oh yeah, witches, they you know, they're satanic or whatever, it's like, no, because that's not a thing we believe in. I mean, I do, just because I grew up like Catholic and Christian and all that stuff, so there's a lot of different things that I do believe in.
Yeah.
But for a lot of like pagans, Satan isn't a thing. He doesn't even exist. So when they do say that and they're like, oh yeah, they worship the devil, blah blah blah, it's like, no, they don't, because that's not even a thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's another thing. They're like, oh, so you believe in Satan and you do that, and I'm like, no. Not at all, not even close.
Right.
So yeah, that's another thing that I get a lot too. And it's just like, no, like, I feel like that's why people are kind of scared when people are like, oh yeah, witches, like, oh, don't curse me, blah blah blah. It's like, no.
You're like, that's the oldest thing I've ever fucking heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll never forget the very first time that I really honed in on what death is. And I was like putting my shoes on my staircase when I was like pretty damn young. And I was just sitting there and like I was looking down and I was like, dude, it's just an endless hole like after this. Yes, bitch. Like I just like looked at it and I'm like, it never ends. Like you're just done. Like it's just like, I don't know. It was a really strange image in my mind, but I'll never fucking forget it. Yeah. I don't know why.
It's just like you had an epiphany.
Right.
Yeah.
Just randomly while I'm putting my fucking shoes on, ready to go into my goddamn Ford Windstar with my family. Like, who knows what, you know?
Yeah.
Go to dinner or some shit,
You're
you know?
like, over here, like, you know, kids your age are doing kid shit. And
yeah.
You're over here like, whoa, death.
Dude,
like,
what happens when I'm dead? Right.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking weirdo.
It's okay. That's why we're friends.
Right? But dude, no, I really want to go visit Chateau Marmont right up the fucking street. Dude, been there since the fucking 30s. Like,
dude, that is sick. That
John Belushi allegedly haunts it. Like, so many people have partied there. Yeah, allegedly. I don't know. He fatally overdosed there, I believe.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I love going around and being like, oh, this is where Janis Joplin fucking overdosed, which is right on Franklin Avenue right here.
That's
at a motel.
So
yeah,
crazy.
dude. And like, I'll like point out like, oh, Biggie got shot up right here outside the Peterson Automotive Museum, like at the fucking red light. But now I'm like, every time I drive by there every single day to go to work, and I'm like, which red light was it? Was he on this side of the street? I'm such a weirdo. Like I want to know the answers to this shit, you know?
So crazy.
But I don't know. I feel like that's another part of it is just when you seek the unknown, like there's so many questions, and you can't even pick off a little tiny chip of it, you know? As much as you can research, as much as you can investigate.
Yeah.
There's always going to be so much.
And it's so crazy too, because like truth is always stranger, you know, than like fake stories and all that. But like the truth, like it's this, I feel like the truth is always scarier. Oh, you know, and it's always creepier, and I don't know, like people make up all these theories and stuff, and we're just like, oh yeah, that would be crazy. But then you find out the real shit and we're like, oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that always trips me out too. But yeah, even here in Hollywood alone, in like LA area, there's so many places.
So much.
I don't know if, I mean, I know they have, there's these tours.
Ooh, yes.
That this guy used to, there's one called the Dearly Departed one.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Because I've seen them, but there's also this other guy that comes into my job, and he was wearing a shirt that said Haunted Hollywood Tours, and I was like, oh cool. I was like, where'd you get that shirt? Like, is that an actual thing? And he's like, yeah, and this was before quarantine and all that. But he gave me his card, and he actually goes around different haunted places around Hollywood, and he tells you the history behind everything too.
Hell yeah.
And that's my shit.
That is my shit.
So I was just like, cool. So he gave me his card, and I was just like, oh my God, like we definitely need to do this. But I don't think he's doing it right now because of the pandemic, obviously. But dude, like once everything opens, like let's fucking do that.
Let's fucking do it.
You know, he's like just starting up his business, but I'm like, dude, if you have like the knowledge and like you can take us around, let's fucking do it.
Right.
Like, that'd be so cool.
Show me the murder houses, man.
Yeah.
Show me where Sharon Tate was murdered.
Exactly.
Show me where fucking OJ definitely killed Nicole Brown Simpson, you know?
Oh my God. There's so many jokes on Family Guy for that too.
Oh my
and I'm just like, oh God, I'm dead.
And I've already been to like, the Viper Room, because allegedly that's really haunted.
The Comedy Club is
the Comedy Store. Yes.
Oh, yeah, the Comedy Store. That shit's super haunted.
Did you know that it used to? This guy, I think he was like the original owner of it. Did you know that he actually performed like illegal abortions like in the basement of the Comedy Store?
No fucking way.
Yeah, bro.
I never heard that one. I thought you were gonna say
Yes.
because there's also something else that I heard from that it was actually. Well, supposedly it was used for like the mob.
Yes, I'm literally just reading that right now. West Hollywood was a gangster run place with gunfights in the streets. I probably should say it's timeout.com. Thank you, timeout.com.
Yeah.
The basement of the club was where they would take care of problem people. There's still a hole in the stairway that fits a gun to shoot anyone going up or downstairs. That's crazy.
I want to see that.
Girl, I want to see that shit. And I've been to the Comedy Store so many times.
Me too.
Oh, I love that place. Oh, that's so crazy. But yeah, like the Viper Room is like where Joaquin Phoenix's brother, River, overdosed.
Oh, fuck, I totally forgot about that.
Right outside, like the side door where everyone actually goes in, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that place allegedly has someone like buried in the dirt in the basement or something like that. And like, there's just so many theories, all like, and like urban legends and myths and stuff like, but it's also like, I want confirmation.
Yes, like I want to know right now.
I want to know.
Isn't
and like
the Rainbow Room also?
the Rainbow Room, bitch.
Yes, I've been there so many times.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
I've been there only one fucking time. Like that place allegedly has so much history too. I mean, that's the first place that Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio? Yeah, they had their first date there.
Yeah.
And what's fucking hilarious, dude? When I went there, I was walking up the fucking stairs and this dude is at the top of the stairs and I was like, hi. And then like I turned the corner and the guy that I was with was like, dude, that's Ron Jeremy, the porn star.
No, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's always there.
He's always there. He like
Always
lives
there.
there. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Yeah. I'm like, I just said hi to a fucking famous ass porn star.
Yeah. No, I had a friend that worked there as one of the security guards and he was like, yeah, he would always be in there and he's one of our regulars and we'd always hang out, blah, blah, blah. And he, you know, he would tell me about all the people, Post Malone used to like hang out there too. Like,
oh my God.
He would just hang out with a bunch of people and like, it was super cool.
Dude. Even the Hollywood sign is haunted because that one actress, totally farting again.
That one.
That was a wet one, girl.
Oh, yeah.
God. That veggie burger from Habit Girl. Fuck me, man.
Oh, my God.
At least they don't smell. That's what matters.
As long as I can't smell them, I don't care.
Right? It's the silent but deadly ones you got to worry about.
Oh, yeah. Those are fucking killer.
Super.
Why? Why do we smell like
I don't
something
know.
died?
Right. God, why are her colons so fucking gnarly?
It's so gross, man.
But yeah, dude, like, this one actress, her name was Peg Entwistle, I believe is how you say it. She actually like jumped from the H of the Hollywood sign, like, cause she was like, you know, thinking that her career was, you know, pretty much non-existent and was like, fuck this, and decided to just commit suicide and jumped off that.
Holy shit.
But allegedly it was like the next day she received a letter in the mail that she was getting like a lead role. So it's like, imagine that. Yeah, dude.
See, you guys, it's never too late.
Never too late. Not worth it.
It's not worth it. Like,
don't do it.
You never know. You never fucking know. She was probably really young too.
Let's see how old she was.
See, even if you're not young though, like shit happens for people even when they're older, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't say how old she was, but it was in 1932.
Wow.
It was probably when the sign still said Hollywood Land.
Yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
That is so crazy.
And even Griffith Park in general is like fucking so haunted, apparently. Like there's like a merry-go-round, like a carousel that's all allegedly haunted. Like people have seen like a little boy like running in and out of like the horses that are on there, and
that's insane.
There's like the old LA Zoo, you know, that shut down. I really want to see that. I really want to go.
It's so easy to get there, and it's like I've been there a million times.
I've got to go.
We should go.
Absolutely. I'm gonna buy that fucking spirit box, and we're gonna go.
Fucking do it.
Oh my God, it's only like $100-something on Amazon. Sorry, Jeff Bezos. Fuck. I hate giving you money, but I'm gonna give you more money.
but I'm
gonna do it anyway. Son of a bitch. I mean, and those are just like the ones that are like well known as famous landmarks in this town. Like imagine all the ones that like are just little old fucking apartment complexes that have so much
Yeah.
going on.
Like
you know?
my great grandma's house, that which I still have family that lives there.
Ooh.
My great grandma's house is also very haunted, and it's, you know, my grandma's seen shit there. She saw her sister actually.
Really? Is this up in
Yeah.
Santa Maria?
No, in Inglewood.
Oh.
Yeah, because my great grandma's actually from out here.
Oh.
Yeah, my family, they were like in Santa Ana, Inglewood. They were always like around this area down here. But yeah, my great grandma's house was always very haunted, and they would see full apparitions. So it was,
Wow.
yeah, it was insane.
Dude, if I ever see a full apparition and I can see the eyes and it's looking at me, bro.
Usually you can't see the face though. It's like
Really?
blurred out.
It's blurred out? Okay, good. Because if I see someone looking at me, I will lose my shit.
Yeah, because
Like-
you like looking the eyes, like that's something creepy.
That
for
is
sure.
And you hear those stories all the time.
Oh,
though,
yeah,
about
and you
people
ca-
being
yeah.
looked at and like, or like red eyes, or different. But then
Or,
you're
like,
you're dealing with
glowing
your
eyes. Mm-hmm.
glowing eyes. I'm getting chills just like I'm literally getting chills just thinking about it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, no, because it's real. It's like
That's
some
when
creepy
it's
shit.
Yeah, that's when it's fucking solidified. Like you're not seeing shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know?
No, it's true though. And I mean, for the most part, from like my experiences with people that have seen full, like except for my cousin, she was able to see this girl like full on.
Yeah.
And see her looking at her.
Right.
You know, so that was creepy. But yeah, like for the most part, like from what I heard is you can't really see the face. It's usually blurry, but there are some people who you can see like clearly.
Right.
But if they look at you, that's when it trips me out.
Girl.
Like,
No way in fuck would I be okay with that.
no, like my best friend's mom, because they were in the Air Force, so they were all over the world. I think it was when they were like in England somewhere. They were driving down the road, and my best friend was like 8 years old at the time or something like that. She was young, but I think she might have been sleeping, and her mom was driving down a road, and it was like more of an empty road, and she saw this lady walking on the road, and I don't know exactly what it was, but like as she got closer to the lady, she realized that her head was backwards.
What?
Yeah, her head was fucking backwards, and her skin was like gray, like 'cause she was dead.
Oh, hell no.
And so she was just like, she couldn't really
Yeah.
like fathom it, so she was kind of like, what?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
fuck.
she didn't, like, you don't really, if you see someone walking, sometimes you're just like, okay, whatever. But then you like come closer and there's some weird shit like that.
Yeah. Or you see like a horseman or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a normal torso and head and then like a fucking horse body
Yeah.
or some crazy
Yeah.
shit.
Well, I mean, which is a thing in mythology.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
right.
So it's just, what are they called?
I love looking shit up.
Yeah, look that
Greek
shit up.
mythology horseman. I don't know.
Or like the legs of a goat or some shit like that.
Centaur?
A centaur. A centaur.
Yes.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know there was a name for that. I just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I just like heard that shit somewhere and I was like, oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. No, it's centaur, and then there's like minotaur, and the minotaur is like the head of a bull, and the man, the body of a man.
That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Hell
So-
no.
So it's crazy, you know?
Dude, there's just so much shit in our backyard. It's insane to me.
Yeah.
Speakeasies. What?
Dude.
Even the fucking Yamashiro, the fucking like Japanese restaurant is allegedly haunted. Get out of here.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Oh my god.
What?
I cannot forget the Queen Mary.
Oh my God.
Girl.
Yeah.
Have you been there yet?
No.
Girl,
I was
let's
supposed
go.
to go with you that one
Girl.
October, and I
let's
never ended
fucking
up going.
go.
Let's go this
I will
this
always
month, or this
go.
month, this year. Yeah.
Girl, we'll do you think that we could get maybe one or two more people and we can stay in room B340? Because
Is that the craziest one?
that is the craziest one, but it's $400 a night.
Oh shit.
I know. So
How
that's
many
why
beds?
I was like,
Is it 2 beds?
I think it's like one king bed, but there's like hella space, so you can bring like an air mattress.
Okay.
Yeah, I would love to stay in that
Yeah.
room. I mean, because I was looking it up and I was like gonna do it with a couple of other girlfriends, and I was like, it's a little steep. You know, I'm a broke bitch. I may live in West Hollywood, but I'm a broke bitch.
Yeah, one night. I mean, I used to live in West Hollywood, and I'm
Girl.
still a broke bitch. So. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. But we should get like a couple more people.
Yeah.
That would be down, so we can split it.
Right.
And then also because I feel like there's power in numbers.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh yeah. Oh hell no.
Yeah.
When I stayed there, I've gone twice now. The first time I was by myself and I just did like the ghost hunt late at night and then just drove back home. Second time I stayed in one of the rooms with a couple girlfriends and I didn't have anything happen. But
Okay.
it's just so fun to be on. And like the fact that you were just literally walking into history when you walk onto that ship, you know?
so insane.
So insane. And it's bigger than the Titanic. It's like twice as big as the Titanic.
No way.
Yeah, girl. Like the Titanic can fit inside of it numerous times.
No fucking way.
Believe it or not, dude. Isn't that crazy? At least like volume wise.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not length, but volume wise for sure.
Yeah, but that is so crazy because it's like, you know, they're over here like, oh yeah, Titanic's the biggest ship, blah, blah, blah. And it fucking
Right.
sank. And it's like, bruh, you could have
Yes.
done something about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. And it's so, I mean, it's Long Beach is no sweat off my back going to Long Beach,
Yeah.
you know?
No, I love it there. It's
I
awesome.
really want to go up to like the Winchester Mystery Mansion in San Jose.
Me
I would love
too. We
to
should
go there.
make that a
Girl,
thing.
we need to write all this fucking down. Like we got
Yes.
trips to do, girl.
Nobody ever wanted to go with me up there.
Oh yeah,
to the
I'm
Winchester.
down without a hesitation.
Like I follow them on Instagram and everything, and they're
Do you
already
really?
like open. Yeah, they're like starting to do tours again
I
soon.
literally was just looking that up over quarantine.
Yeah.
Like, when can I go? Like, can I go by
Yes.
myself? You know?
Dude,
they're-
I'm so down.
Oh my god, I'd be so fucking down. Too bad you can't. I don't know if you can stay the night there. Excuse me. I don't think you can.
so.
Yeah, I think it's just tours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite a hike, but I would make a trip out of it. Like, I would want to go to probably like San Francisco too, and like do
Yeah.
Alcatraz.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Because that would make it worth it going
Yeah.
up all that way. You know what I mean?
Because
You
it
can-
is
you
pretty
can-
far from here.
Right. You can hit San Fran and San Jose. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That would be brilliant.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's a few other things that we can like check out up there too, like not just Alcatraz.
yeah,
and, like,
definitely.
they have like tunnels and shit too, like underground San Francisco.
Really?
Yeah, that supposedly go all the way to Vegas.
What?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I was just like, what the fuck?
Did you know that our town had underground tunnels too?
Really?
Oh yeah. It's all downtown. Like I watched a video of it. I mean, they don't really use it for anything except like storage, I think, right now. But it's like
Okay.
miles and miles.
Yeah, that's
Crazy.
insane.
That's crazy. It goes all the way to Vegas?
Yeah, apparently. I mean,
Damn,
I'm
okay.
not entirely sure, but like,
Okay. San
Yeah.
Francisco coming through with the fucking mystery.
yeah. And they actually had tours where you can go under.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so if they're doing that, you know, when we do decide to
Right.
go up there, we should definitely do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it started off like where the pier, like Pier 39, like one of the most famous piers.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, it's like around that area.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
and I remember seeing that maybe like 3 years ago or something like that. So I was like, oh, cool, they're doing this now. Like, that's sick.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even places in like San Diego that are like notorious for hauntings, like the Whaley House.
Is that there?
Yeah, it's
I
in
didn't-
San Diego.
I didn't know it was in San Diego.
Yeah. But I hear that one is more of like, I hear it's like more demonic though. I could totally be getting it mixed up, but I'm pretty sure that one has had like demonic shit happen.
Yeah, that shit is.
That's scary shit.
That is because they can actually hurt you.
Very true. I mean, poltergeist in general can.
Yeah.
But like, that's a whole other ball game when it comes to that shit.
But like demonic shit is like scratches, like fucking bruises, shit like that, you know?
Oh yeah. One of the places I really want to go to in Vegas is Zach Bagans. He has a haunted museum.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, I've tried going like twice now, but the line is unbelievably long, like insanely long every single time. Like I was standing there and they're like, "Oh, it's probably going to be like 2 hours." And I'm like, "Oh, hell no, I got to go do some shit." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'll have to go and make sure I'm there like well before open to actually get in at a decent time.
You can't like
know?
reserve anything.
I don't think so. Yeah. But that's kind of a scary place because like They have so many different art. Yes, bitch. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
As she does like the surfer dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know what this thing, the hand motion. Like,
I don't know what that is either, honestly.
it looks like one in the pink, one in the, or no, that's two in the pink, one in, whatever. Fuck it.
I know what you're trying to say though.
Oh my God. But no, like, I feel like museums like that are like a whole other ball game in itself, because like there's so many artifacts that have a story behind it. And it's like kind of scary because like it's so much energy at once. Like, are they competing with each other? Are they going to follow me home? Like, don't you dare touch shit. Like, and then I also want to go to the one, I think it's in Massachusetts. Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yes,
I
knew you were gonna say it.
Yes,
I'm like, I'm waiting for it.
The museum. I'm pretty sure
The one
it's
with the fucking Annabelle doll and all that shit.
Girl, Annabelle, you can't miss that. Like, I gotta go. Like, Monroe, Connecticut. I said, what did I say? Massachusetts?
You said Massachusetts.
Whatever. I've never been
to
New England, so I would.
Dude, okay. If we can make a trip out of that and go to Salem. Oh, I would. Because you've never been to Salem, right?
I have not, and I would love that.
Yeah, we can like,
in Boston in general.
Yeah, a day in Salem, a day in Boston, drive down to Connecticut, and then be there for like the day just to go there. Because I don't know if Connecticut honestly has anything else to offer, but from what I hear. But then we can drive down to fucking New York.
So true. There's so much all in one area.
There's so many like speakeasies in New York too. Like, there's so like we can just do a haunted trip.
Oh yeah,
that would be sick.
Oh my God. Okay, this website says, sorry, the Warrens Occult Museum is permanently closed.
No
permanently?
Way.
Not just like for COVID? What do you mean?
So it's permanently, yeah.
Don't be permanent. What is Annabelle gonna do?
What happened to all that stuff though? They couldn't have just left it there or threw it away. There's no way. Somebody probably bought it or they auctioned it off or something. But didn't she like pass away or something?
Exactly. But there's still so much history there.
Yeah. Because they collected so many things.
Yeah. I would 100% be down. There's too much to not explore in our own city, in our own state, in our own country. Like, I just don't have endless money, and that's the only thing holding me back.
Oh, girl, we don't even.
Believe
me, the way that I travel, we do not need that much money.
Okay, good.
If you're cool with like sleeping in hostels or like fucking getting an Airbnb and sleeping on the same bed,
I'm totally
like shit
down.
like that.
Oh yeah,
we can totally make it happen. It's so cheap. There's so many ways. If you're down to travel in like buses and shit like that, and just don't expect it to be luxury.
Right. Honey. I take Spirit Airlines everywhere, so I do not expect luxury.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So if you're down for that and you're all about the experience rather than how the travel is, then we can do this. Because I don't give a fuck about that. I can sleep on someone's couch for all I care.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't give a shit.
I'm going to probably be drunk the most of the time anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Right?
Yeah. So we can totally do that. And it will not end up being that much money. I can like almost guarantee that. And I'm constantly like researching and trying to find places that are the cheapest. And sometimes you got to take a chance. And when you're there, if it doesn't work out, we figure shit out.
Yeah.
And we always do.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So the universe is on our side.
Yes.
We got this.
So if anyone listening wants to loan out their couch or spare bedroom in Boston or
Salem.
San Jose or Salem, girl, we can buy you some wine.
Yeah, I'll fucking make you food.
She makes killer avocado toast, in case anyone was wondering. It's been like a year since I've had her avocado toast, but shit's good.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe I would be like,
I totally forgot
I offer
about that.
everybody that.
That shit's so good.
I fucking love avocados. That's such a California thing for me to say, but I fucking
California.
love them.
Hell yeah. Well, on that note, let's wrap this up. Honestly, dude, like we could probably talk like forever about all of this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and I have so many questions and so much I want to cover, but goddamn, this would take like 5 hours. So you'll just have to come back and do another one.
I'm down.
And we will be making a trip at least this year. Let's do one this year.
Yeah.
Even if it's just Queen Mary in October or something.
Let's do it.
Like, I feel like I've gone to the Queen Mary like every year now that I'm like, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
But we should totally do Queen Mary or something because I feel like that's the cheapest at this point.
Yeah, and we can totally make it happen too, because I mean, when we went to the different cemeteries, we were doing that like every couple weeks or something.
Yeah. And we have still other cemeteries to go to.
Oh yeah.
That's totally true. I love when I can learn stuff from you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you are the fucking shit. I really
Thanks.
appreciate you coming onto this and doing this with me and discussing this and really being vulnerable. Like, you're literally coming out and saying, like, this is what I believe, you know, and this is what has happened to me. And you probably don't tell everybody that kind of stuff. So
No.
fuck yeah, girl. I appreciate you.
Thanks.
And I'm so excited for our trip because this
I
is
know.
going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We're going to sign off and drink more wine, bitches.
Hey.
Thanks for listening to Unwomanly. I'll see you next time.